The last few months, I've been going through a kind of a crisis. Uh, Nothing seemed to work. Nothing seems to move forward. Uh, and I suddenly realized what was happening. And it was quite lame, to be honest. You know, composing, arranging, producing, all the things are a lot more about listening than doing anything. And before midsummer, I remember I used to be listening to the ideas I was working with the whole day. I just woke up and put my earbuds. I had this little playlist in my mobile, and I kept going through it once and again and again and again the whole day. When I was eating, when I was working, when I was resting, I kept listening to the ideas I have been working with for hours and hours and hours. And for some reason, I stopped doing that, which is ridiculous. I mean, you have to listen to your music and not only your published tracks. You have to listen to everything you're doing all the time. And I realized this because in a course I'm making, they tell you, are you proud of what you're doing? And I say, yes, I'm reasonably. I mean, I'm not the best musician in the world, but I'm reasonably proud of what I do. Uh, but then I try to remember the last tracks I was working with, and I couldn't. I mean, I had the basic idea, but I couldn't remember how they were ending, what what were the things I was trying to do, what were the sections. You know, I have a very, very vague idea of the tracks I was working with, and that's nonsense. Um, so I realized it. I had stopped listening to my own music, and that's probably the worst thing you can do by far. I have a couple of weeks now back to the old habits of being listening once and again and again and again. And that has made me move forward like before. Because when you are doing music, you need to know the track in and out, forward and backward, what happens when and why, and and you need to have all that information interiorized in your mind. You have to reach the point where you don't think about it, you just know it. And the only way to get to that point is listening one and again and again and again. If there is any advice on this, never stop listening to your own music.